Alright, so I'm standing in the living room area. So you can see the insulation has been added. This actually is an interior wall I'm looking at right here. The reason that we insulate interior walls is simply to reduce sound. So that's why that wall is actually insulated. But if you look, the difference here, this is fiberglass insulation. If I make my way over here, you'll see the window, which obviously that's an exterior wall. But if you notice the difference, that fiberglass insulation actually has the paper on it. So the paper is acting as a vapor barrier for the exterior walls. The soundproofing insulation on that interior wall does not have a vapor barrier because, again, we're just trying to break down some of the sound. If I look in here closely, pull that away a little bit, you can see that the flash coating of foam is in there, and you can see that's where the walls actually got sprayed with a spray foam, and then fiberglass insulation is applied over top of that. That is what we call a flash and bat system. And on this particular one, we can see, like in this area, where two studs came together, they actually spray foamed that. I make my way over here. We have an intersection here as well. They spray foamed that. Now that'll be cut off. That excess foam will be cut off before they applied the drywall to it, but they did a nice job of air sealing everything that they could. Here's some wiring that's roughed in. The plumbing, the drain lines and the water lines for the sink. Something I want to point out here too is we see the metal plates. These metal plates are simply to protect any wires or plumbing that is close to the surface of the studs. And another nice little detail they did here with the insulation, where the bottom plate of the wall, the sole plate, meets the subflooring, you can see they actually spray foamed that as well. So that's a pretty nice detail as well. Help air seal this and keep this airtight. So this wall was actually spray foamed with a flash coat. The fiberglass insulation was then installed. We can see it is an R19. Any connecting points, such as the sole plate or where any studs meet, was then insulated. And as you can see too, I want to point out in this switch detail, or I guess that's actually a receptacle, they not only cut out for the receptacle, but if you notice, the insulation that got cut out was actually tucked in, around, and behind that receptacle box. That's just attention to detail, because believe it or not, if you don't insulate or pack around those boxes, those amount to a lot of lost heat and a lot of air transfer. So that is just paying attention to detail in the job that you were given.